Like I said in the intro, I had one of my supporters, Stavros, who I appreciate. Shout out to Stavros. Dude is such a great supporter of women's basketball. I mean, he's with the WNBA, with the NCAA. When it comes to Caitlin Clark, when it comes to the Fever, and even the rest of the league, like he's just to me has been such a great ambassador, someone who's been great to follow, and I've been so appreciative of having his support. He reached out and asked if I could do some lineup evaluation, so I'm gonna do that. The problem right now that I'm running into is that there's not a lot of options when it comes to statistics available online as they are for the NBA and WNBA, where I can actually go lineups and play around with the lineups, how many minutes, and how efficient those lineups are when you compare it as far as net rating, offensive rating, net rating, or defensive rating. Here, where we have to do that manually, but also I can't. It's hard for me to see who plays well to work together and who doesn't because I don't have access to that. But we still have some good data, some good information that we can analyze, that we can determine, which players have been getting too many minutes and shouldn't be getting too many minutes, just by going through some advanced statistics. So let's look at it. So this is the roster advanced. So let's see, should I do this one first? No, let's do roster value first. So I wanted to do this by minutes because there's definitely clearly, I mean, off the bat, you're able to see and able to know that someone is getting way too many minutes that they shouldn't get. Oh, I'm sorry. So before I do that, before I do that, um, I'm using her hoop stats, which appears to be a pretty cool statistics. They're compiling a lot of the information uh, from the college game and I think from the WNBA as well, and they're compiling it here. So that's really awesome. That's super cool. This is what I'm using, and I was also using Basketball Reference, but it's kind of limited to some of the things. Not limited. They have the same information, but they didn't record the game from last night. Let me see. This is 8-0 still. Yeah, 8-0. So they haven't recorded. These stats don't include um, the Tennessee game. These stats do include the Tennessee game. So that's why I'm going to use her hoop stats instead of Basketball Reference, but they have a lot of the same information. Oops. You can already tell off the bat who's getting way too many minutes that shouldn't, right? And I think this is this player. I don't know who this player is, but Kylie Feuerbach. I don't know. Hopefully, I'm not. So it looks like this is her third year at Iowa. I don't know how you say her. I'm sorry. I don't even know how to say. All these names are. Um, I don't know how to pronounce any of these names. So my apology if I messed them up. But like I was saying, this person seems like they've started all 9 games and they've played the second most minutes. This person right here has played the second most minutes out of everyone else on the roster. And that so far appears, just based on these numbers, appears to be a crime. Um, because they are not. I mean, look at these efficiency rating, player efficiency rating, 12.1, and then there's only a difference of 9. I mean, the team has done well, right? We're analyzing a team that is currently what, 8-1. Does that show up here? Did that show up here? No. So we're analyzing a team that's 8-1. So I mean, they've won most every game. So of course, most people that have been on the court are gonna have a plus net rating. But the difference is that her plus rating, net rating in particular is smaller than everyone else. So she only has a 9.7 plus 9.7 net rating. I mean, if you can compare that with Hannah Stolke, I want to say, I'm sorry, let's stop her name. If you compare that again with hers, right now, I mean, this is a crazy disparity in net rating, right? I mean, we're talking about nearly 30, 27 plus, and this just 9 plus. Same thing with Lucy Olson, right? Net rating way larger than Kylie. And even this one, right? Addison O'Grady is, I mean, look at that. She probably has the largest net rating out of everyone. So whenever Addison O'Grady is on the court, of course, she adds tons of value and positive to the team. So these three, right? You can tell, O'Grady, Olsen, Stokey are pretty good, and even their PER, it tells you that, right? They're the most. It's clear. Me, without having watched a single, I don't even know who this play. I've never watched any of these players play basketball. I don't think. Maybe I did. A little bit of last year when I watched a little bit of Iowa, but I don't remember any of these players. I remember Kate Martin. I remember Caitlin Clark. I do not remember anyone else. I don't know if that's bad or what, but so I don't know. Um, but just based on this, these teams' best players are clearly Olsen, O'Grady, Stokey. I don't know if that's a fair assessment. You guys tell me, but that's what I see. Just based on this, right? Not points per game, not nothing. Just efficiency rating and then net rating on and off the court. This player here, apparently this player is a starting line. Well, of course, yeah, of course, a starting lineup here. They've started 9 games. So I don't know, but so 12.1, 16.2 is not too bad, but this is bad if you're starting, if you're getting all these minutes. So I do not know why this person, and we're gonna look at other stats as well, but I do not know why this person is getting these type of minutes at all whatsoever. Especially when it seems like you have some up and coming players down here. Now Stremlo, I've been seeing, and this is why um it's also important to watch some of the games because just based on stats, you can't coach or you can't really make, so when I do this with the Indiana Fever players, it's different because I watched all the games and I can pair, on court performance, pair that performance with the stats, right? So that's easy to judge a player. This I have to be careful because I don't watch the games, but I've seen a lot of support, a lot of people that online that are asking for more minutes for Stremlo and Malek or Malegny, Malegni, Malenji. I don't know what her name is. I'm gonna call her Malegny. Um, but it's clear to me that Malegny should be getting more minutes, especially more minutes than Kylie. I don't know if they play the same position or what, but McCabe or Malegny, but I would give Malegny more. I mean, she's only played 104 minutes, so I just don't know. And we're gonna look at per 40 minutes too. And these two, so this is the thing with these two players. So I'm assuming just based on, so let's go up here real quick because this is important as well. We look at the minutes and stuff, right? It is obvious to me that Malegny, whenever she comes in, she plays with Stremlo or a Folter. I don't know. This is probably who she plays with the most because for her to have this usage percentage, it's crazy. So the playtime that she gets it alongside either Stremlo, McCabe, or a Folter because their usage percentage is so low, right? Whereas it can tell you that Kylie plays a lot with, or Kylie Feuerbach plays a lot with Stokey, Olsen, and O'Grady. Again, because of that usage percentage is so low. I'm pretty sure I have a Hayden. Oh my god, all these names are gonna kill me. I don't know who she plays with, but she doesn't play. She doesn't play that much. Maybe she should be trusted to play a little bit more. It appears like the big players are O'Grady, Stokey, and Hayden. If that's her name, maybe Gianfi. What does she play? I don't know their positions. Let me see. But yeah, she's a forward, center. Everybody's guard with the exception of O'Grady and Stokey. So okay. Yeah, so I mean that's pretty much what I see here. I mean Stremlo, I don't know. This turnover rate is alarming for Stremlo. 47.2% for the amount of minutes, right? 143 minutes. Maybe that's why her PER is so low, is because that turnover rate, and then a falter as well. Too many turnovers. And for what Kylie Feuerbach brings to the table, that's too many turnovers as well. Here, even though this doesn't include the Tennessee game, I think it's important to see, and then per 40 minutes, right? So this is why you have to give this player a lot more opportunities, I think, Malekny. But and this is why this is skewed as well. So this is per 40 minutes, or we can do per 100 possessions. This is probably better. But when she comes into the court, she does so with the bench or with not with the big guns, right? So that's why she's able to put up these numbers per 100 possessions, because whenever she is on the court, she seems to be the person taking all the shots. I'll be curious to see how she does with O'Grady, Stokey, Olsen on the court as well. Yes, but I don't think they play a lot together. I would like to see a little bit more of Hayden as well. It doesn't seem like she gets utilized, enough. I mean, if we compare them, so let's compare Stokey and Hayden, right? So it is clear that Stokey is the better offensive player, just based on these numbers. Better offensive player. She can even shoot the three from not at a good percentage. Because it seems like Ava Hayden has not in any way, she has not attempted even a 1-3, but they're kind of the same on the free throw. Stokey gets more rebounds, again, per 100 possessions, so 13 to 10. So he's a better rebounder. But look at the defense for Hayden. 3 steals, 5 blocks. Whereas Stokey barely gets any steals, barely gets any blocks. Turnover about the same. She does foul a lot. Hayden, it seems like she's always in foul trouble, so that might be the issue. But I'd be curious to see how she Ava Hayden plays a little bit more. And I mean, she's a plus 20 on net rating, often plus and minus, so that's not bad for the amount of time. Again, we're only talking about 73 minutes, so it's not that much. The real debate, it appears to be the guards, right? So which guard plays? So I think Olsen is a guard, Malekny is a guard, Guyton is a guard, McCabe. Is this the debate? Stremlo, I mean, I don't know. Stremlo, I don't get stats-wise any indication that Stremlo should be getting the kind of minutes that she's been getting. But again, this is just stats based. And if we look at here, this is advanced. Let's do the same exercise. Stremlo, Malekny, McCabe. Let me click off Olsen because, of course, Olsen's going to get playtime no matter what. Just the consideration right here. A Folter is okay. She's okay. She turns the ball over quite a bit, but not as much as these two down here. A Folter is pretty good, actually. She's got the best BPM, which is the box plus minus per 100 possessions, than anyone except O'Grady. So based on the amount of minutes that she makes, this is a good player. Although offensively, you take a bit of a dip, right? It's clear right here. That 3.9 offensively, but the defense, right? This is actually their best defensive player as well. A Folter is the best defensive player. This is obvious based on this. I just don't know how much, this is going to cost you on offense. And then McCabe seems like she's really good offensively. So she's playing 159 minutes, started 2 games. True shooting is off the roof. Effective field goal percentage is really good. What is this? 3-point attempt rate. Yeah, it turns it over a little bit, but not too much. Usage 15%. Yeah, she's pretty good. So I would say McCabe is one of the ones that I would, for the guards that are not, Olsen, that I would play. And a Folter. Now, the question is, out of these remaining 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, who gets playtime? And of course, Malekny, I think she needs to be given a more of an opportunity to play. I mean, this is outrageous with the minus 0.8 on offense. But Stremlo, I don't know. I mean, you guys got to tell me what you guys see in Stremlo, and maybe I need to watch some games because I'm just not getting enough data. I mean, if we were to compare Guyton or Stremlo, Guyton, they're saying should be getting a lot more playtime because she's just better in many different areas. But again, this is only based on 41 minutes versus 139 minutes. So this is hard to gauge, but based on stats, Stremlo seems to struggle quite a bit. Per 40 minutes for Stremlo, yeah. I'm just not seeing it, guys. I'm not seeing the Stremlo impact. So your rotation, I don't know. Starting lineup, based on what I see, I was just gonna highlight who I think the starting lineup should be. So of course, O'Grady. I'm not gonna. I don't know if it's gonna be like Olsen, um, Stokey, right? So these three should be your starting lineup. Here's the other thing. I don't know who the point guard is. So based on assist, it seems like Olsen is the point guard. So you don't need another one. So then these are three pretty good scores, right? So you have per 100 possessions, 33 points, 27 points, 26 points. So you have tons of offense with these three. The question is who fills in, right? So I would say, because let's look at defense. If you want more defense, you will start a Folter. I mean, she's clearly your best defensive player, and then her offensive rating doesn't dip that much or at all, really. So Sydney Folter, you have these four, and who's the fifth one? That is the question. I mean, I would say try Malegny and see what happens. You know what I mean? Let's give her more minutes and see what happens. You can go McCabe and not go wrong. You know, she's pretty good. She's pretty good with the assists. Some steals, but look at Malegny. She brings some defense as well. I don't know. I think this is the call right here. McCabe or Malegny for the last starting lineup spot. I will go Malegny. Since she's a freshman, let's see what happens. But I think this should be your starting lineup. And limit her minutes. Because then the next one off the bench, like your sixth man, should be Taylor McCabe. Right. So this is now your sixth man. First person off the bench. And of course, this should be Iowa Hawkeyes should be a big part of your rotation. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is a rotation of 7. Who else would you play? I guess you could play. I mean, between these two, though, it's obvious that Kylie. I mean, according to numbers, Kylie Feuerbach is more effective. When it comes to these two. But of course, you want her. I don't know. You want her part of the rotation. So this is pretty much it. This is your key rotation, and you can plug in players. The rest of the players as much as you want to. But I think these are your heavy hitters as far as your players. But that's what I see. Again, it's hard. It is pretty hard without having the lineup evaluation, like who plays well with who together, right? I just don't know how effective is Malegny gonna be when she plays with the big guns. I don't know, because she's used to coming in and being the high usage player. She comes off the bench, and I don't know. It seems like the lineup substitutions, the way they do it, is a wholesale lineup substitution where the bench replaces the entire starting lineup. And that's where Malegny comes in, and she's the star of the bench, it seems like, because she as far as usage percentage, she's the highest. But I mean, she's higher than everybody, right? Malegny, yeah, that tells you she plays with the bench all the time. But how would she play with the big peeps? I don't know. But that's kind of my analysis. This is what I see, and this is just on stats because I haven't watched any of the games. Maybe I should watch some of the games, and then I can give a better assessment. But I do see a lot of people wanting to give more time to Stremlo. I based on these numbers, I don't know why. Let's see. I mean, this is if you include. Yeah, it's just this 12.1 PER or 7 point, I mean 12.1, 7.4 PER concerns me quite a bit. And of course the turnover radio ratio concerns me a lot as well. And she doesn't seem to be that big of a threat offensively. But that's my take on the Hawkeyes stats. Maybe I need to see if I can watch these games because I'll pay attention and I'll watch them for sure to provide better. I mean, if you guys are interested in me doing something like that, I can for sure do that. I know Stavros is a fan of me doing this, and he would like to see me do more analysis for the Hawkeyes, especially as the season continues to progress. Um, but I do think, I mean, if there's any coaching malpractice that I see right away, it's this one. Um, that's the one that is obvious, like immediately obvious. Because how is a starter? But and the problem is, Stremlo started last game too. So these players, and if Kylie started all games and then Taylor Stremlo started 2 games, that means that they started together. Your 2 weakest, statistically, your 2 weakest players, in according to PER, player efficiency rating, and your net rating are these 2, then why would you start them together? So that is concerning for sure. I mean, not to, I don't know anything about the coach. It appears that she's a really good coach. I really don't know. But I don't know how you start these 2 players. Is that what? Let me see. Is there a box score from? Yeah, so your starter. So here you go. Oh no, okay, okay. So for this one, Stremlo didn't start. Okay, okay. It wasn't the same 2 games. But at some point, one of the games they did start together. And that is concerning. One block, yeah, 7 minutes. See, and that's the thing. If they play these together, that's why Malegny comes in guns blazing. Yeah, this is. I mean, she gets in foul trouble, but I would like to see more minutes for at least these 2, for Hayden and Malegny. I would like to see more minutes for sure. But, oh my God, Stokey had a terrible game. 1 for 8, and then of course this is just consistently right. If you don't see that this person is giving you issues, and look at all the times that they turn the ball over. This is not good. 4-4, 7-4-4. I mean, they could not take care of the basketball this game. But yeah, this person needs to go. But it does seem like she gets the less minutes out of the people in the starting lineup now, at least for this game. And McCabe did a little bit more, which is fine. But let her. Who is this person? Unleash Tegan Malegny from Wisconsin. Unleash her is what I say. Unleash her. Unleash. Oh, Fulter played a lot. But 7 turnovers. Yeah, she played a lot because they can tell she's the best defensive player. But 7 turnovers and 2 points. I mean, even if you combine points and assists, that's 4 combined to. I mean, compared to 7 turnovers, that's just woo. 2 shots attempts in 35 minutes. And that's the thing. Like, I am so torn between Hayden and Stolke, and I don't want to. I don't want to upset anybody. She's an Iowa native, so I don't want to upset anyone. I know, support the locals, but I want to see Hayden get a little bit more opportunities. That's just me, though. Seems like a pretty good team, though, if you can get the right combinations in. But yeah, remove this person. I think everything else is okay. You can go with this, but remove Kylie Feuerbach. My apologies, lady. I don't know. It's not personal, but I would bench you 100%. And I would add either McCabe or Malegny. But I want to give opportunity to Malegny. Where's McCabe? McCabe, where's you from? Oh, Nebraska. How about Aaliyah Guyton? I haven't. Oh, Illinois. That's what I would do. That's what I would do. But anyways, good team, good analysis. I'll continue to analyze games, so I'll pay attention to when they play, and then if I can watch it, I will. I do live in Japan, but if I can watch it, I will. If not, I can analyze just the data, just to continue to see how they're progressing and everything like that. Let me look at the last one more box score. BYU game real quick. See something. Just want to see something. Okay, so Stokey. I don't know. She went off 16 points, 6 turnovers. She turns the ball over way too much for being a forward. That's what I see. That's a problem. Should not be turning the ball over from that position unless she's some sort of point forward. But 3 assists, 6 turnovers. That's not good. But they didn't really have a distributor this game, right? They didn't have someone who can pass, who can do the thing. Malegny only 5 minutes. Guyton 24 over Malegny. What happened? Was she injured or something? McCabe, okay, that's good. Oh, and this is the one that Stremlo started, but oof. I don't understand how you give more time to Stremlo over Malegny. I can't understand that. Yeah, she turns the ball over way too much as well. That's why when she comes in guns blazing, because she doesn't get those opportunities. Does she come in garbage time or something? Is that what Malegny when she comes in? I want to see her unleashed. Anyway, that's it. Let me know what you think about my analysis. Am I way off? Do you be like, all right, APO, thanks but no thanks, don't do this anymore? Let me know if it's helpful or not, and we'll go from there. But that's it for that comparison. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.